Every day, millions of people navigate the complex world of corporate employment, facing challenges, seeking fulfillment, and balancing personal well-being with professional demands. This presentation explores the realities of modern workplace life and offers insights into creating healthier, more productive work environments. The modern workplace presents unique challenges that affect employees' mental health, productivity, and overall life satisfaction. Let's examine what the daily corporate experience looks like for many workers, and why addressing these struggles matters for both individuals and organizations. Long hours. Extended workdays that blur boundaries between personal and professional life. High pressure. Constant deadlines and performance expectations creating chronic stress. Work-life imbalance. Struggles to maintain personal relationships and well-being amid work demands. The average full-time employee will spend approximately 90,000 hours working over their lifetime. That's roughly 1/3 of your entire life dedicated to work. This immense time investment highlights the critical importance of workplace well-being. Shouldn't we strive to make those hours truly meaningful? Despite this massive time investment, many employees often report feeling disconnected from their work's purpose, undervalued, and unrecognized for their contributions, trapped in roles that drain rather than energize, underutilized, unable to fully use their talents and strengths. Experience burnout. Over 3/4 of U.S. employees report experiencing workplace burnout at least sometimes, Gallup, 2023. Always burned out. Nearly 1/4 of workers feel burnout very often or always at their current job. More likely to take sick days. Burned out employees are 63% more likely to take a sick day than their non-burned out colleagues. Higher turnover risk. Employees suffering from burnout are 2.6 times more likely to actively seek a different job. Burnout is characterized by 3 key dimensions: exhaustion, cynicism, and feelings of ineffectiveness. This condition severely impacts mental health, physical well-being, productivity, and personal relationships. The modern workplace has blurred the boundaries between work and personal life. With smartphones and remote work, many employees find themselves constantly connected to their jobs, checking emails at dinner, responding to messages late at night, and never truly disconnecting. This always-on culture creates a state of chronic stress where the mind and body never fully recover, leading to a perpetual cycle of exhaustion that can ultimately result in complete burnout. While burnout can affect anyone, certain personality types and work situations create higher risk. Insecure overachievers. Talented individuals with high internal expectations who constantly seek validation through work achievements. Common in competitive fields like law, finance, and consulting. Perfectionists. Those with extremely high personal standards who see anything less than perfect as failure. They struggle to delegate and often work far beyond reasonable hours to meet self-imposed standards. People pleasers. Individuals who struggle to set boundaries and say no to additional work. They take on too many responsibilities to maintain approval from colleagues and superiors. Frontline workers. Employees in healthcare, customer service, and retail who face emotional labor, limited autonomy, and systemic pressures while often receiving less institutional support. How work environment shapes experience. Workplace culture is the invisible force that determines whether employees struggle or thrive. Warning signs of toxic culture. Excessive competition between colleagues. Cultures of fear and blame. Poor communication and transparency. Unrealistic workloads and expectations. Hustle culture that glorifies overwork. Lack of recognition and appreciation. Favoritism and office politics. Toxic workplace cultures normalize unhealthy behaviors and create environments where employees feel undervalued, overworked, and psychologically unsafe. Deloitte estimates poor mental health costs UK employers £56 billion annually through reduced productivity, increased turnover, and higher absenteeism. Organizations with strong, positive cultures enjoy significant advantages. Higher productivity, Employees in positive cultures report 13% higher productivity and 50% less turnover, Harvard Business Review. Financial performance, companies with engaged employees outperform those without by 202%, Gallup. Greater innovation, supportive environments foster creativity and problem-solving through psychological safety. Better wellness, positive cultures show 41% lower absenteeism and improved overall employee health. Workplace culture is the silent force that shapes success. It's not what's written in your mission statement, but what happens when no one is looking. Matchpoint Consulting Group. The foundation of healthy workplaces. Psychological safety is the belief that you won't be punished or humiliated for speaking up with ideas, questions, concerns, or mistakes. In psychologically safe environments, employees share ideas without fear of ridicule. Mistakes are viewed as learning opportunities. Honest feedback flows in all directions. Innovation thrives as people take calculated risks. Problems are identified and addressed earlier. Google's Project Aristotle found psychological safety to be the #1 factor in high-performing teams. Belonging. When employees feel they truly belong, engagement increases by 56% and turnover decreases by 50%. Creating inclusive environments where everyone feels valued for their unique contributions is essential. Recognition. Employees who receive regular recognition are 5x more likely to stay at their companies. Effective recognition is specific, timely, and aligned with company values, not just generic praise. Organizations with recognition-rich cultures enjoy 31% lower voluntary turnover rates and are 12x more likely to have strong business outcomes. Gallup. Career development. 94% of employees would stay longer at companies that invest in their learning and development. Key elements include mentorship and coaching programs, clear career progression paths, learning budgets and opportunities, cross-functional experience, leadership development initiatives, work-life integration. Organizations that support balanced lives see 21% higher profitability. This is achieved through flexible working arrangements, generous PTO and encouragement to use it, parental leave and family support, wellness programs and resources, right to disconnect policies. Together, these elements create an environment where employees can grow professionally while maintaining personal well-being, resulting in sustained engagement and performance. When people feel connected to their team and organization's mission, recognized for their contributions, and supported in their growth, the entire workplace transforms from a source of stress to a community of mutual success. Positive culture doesn't just feel good, it creates tangible business results through increased productivity, innovation, and retention while reducing costs associated with turnover, absenteeism, and healthcare. Success stories and solutions. Practical approaches to transform workplace culture and employee experience. Model vulnerability. Leaders who openly discuss their own mental health challenges and self-care practices create psychological safety for team members to do the same. Regular check-ins. Structured 1:1 meetings focused not just on work tasks but on employee well-being signal that leadership cares about the whole person. Mental health resources. Providing access to EAP programs, therapy benefits, mindfulness apps, and stress management training demonstrates organizational commitment. The most effective leaders understand that supporting employee well-being isn't just about offering benefits, it's about creating environments where authentic conversations about mental health are normalized and encouraged. National Fund for Workforce Solutions. Transformation through culture. A mid-sized technology firm implemented culture changes that resulted in employee satisfaction up from 62% pre-intervention, reduced turnover, saving approximately $3.2 million annually in replacement costs, productivity increase, measured through key performance indicators. Our family-like culture has accelerated decision-making and created an environment where employees feel genuine pride in their work. Client, Matchpoint Consulting Group. Flexible work options. Implement remote/hybrid work policies, flexible hours, and results-oriented work environments that focus on outcomes rather than time spent. Meaningful wellness programs. Move beyond surface-level perks to comprehensive programs addressing mental health, physical well-being, and financial wellness through counseling, fitness programs, and education. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Develop structured DEI initiatives focusing on representation, inclusive policies, and creating psychologically safe environments where all employees feel they belong. Normalize rest and recovery. Encourage breaks during workdays, full use of vacation time, and establish clear boundaries around after-hours communication to prevent burnout. Implementing these practices requires leadership commitment, consistent application, and regular assessment to ensure they're making a meaningful difference in employee experience. For organizations. Train managers to recognize early warning signs of burnout. Adjust workloads when projects become unsustainable. Create recovery periods after intense work cycles. Eliminate always-on expectations. Measure success by outcomes, not hours worked. Build psychological safety at all levels. For individuals. Set and communicate clear boundaries. Practice regular self-care, sleep, exercise, nutrition. Take microbreaks throughout the workday. Use vacation time fully and disconnect while away. Find meaning through work-personal life alignment. Seek support when experiencing burnout symptoms. The future of work isn't about returning to pre-pandemic norms or blindly embracing new trends. It's about intentionally creating workplaces that harness human potential while honoring human limitations. Progressive organizations are discovering that employee well-being and business success aren't competing priorities, they're interdependent. By addressing the root causes of workplace stress and building cultures of belonging, companies are unlocking unprecedented levels of innovation, loyalty, and sustainable performance. From surviving to thriving. The traditional 9-to-5 need not be a grind. With intentional culture building and a focus on well-being, work can become a source of meaning, connection, and fulfillment. The business case is clear. Companies that prioritize employee experience outperform those that don't, in productivity, innovation, customer satisfaction, and financial results. Your next steps. Assess your current workplace culture honestly. Implement specific well-being initiatives. Measure impact and adjust approaches. Transform how work fits into a meaningful life. The future belongs to organizations that help employees flourish, not just survive, creating workplaces where the daily experience supports both professional success and personal well-being.